Well, welcome to the last in the series of the Rugby Stars quiz. Now, earlier in the series, you might remember we had rugby against cricket. Well, today, to finish the series, it is rugby against football, as you can see, in the company of Sky's very own Jamie Carragher and Will Greenwood. Now, Will, I know you love your football and you love your Manchester City. Jamie, you love your rugby then?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I love my rugby as much as Will loves his football, but I'm a big follower of the Lions. I like watching the Lions, England obviously, but there's something special, I think, about the Lions. And I go back to, I think, the tour Will was involved in '97, very famous, with, I think it was McGeechan and Telford in charge of those teams. And I remember watching the DVD, and I got hooked on it, really. I wouldn't say so much I got hooked on rugby, but almost that thing of the Lions, the four countries coming together, and, you know, the badge, the jersey type of thing, and the intensity that he played with. So I've always looked out for that. So Will tells me he's going to get me on one of the trips, maybe next year, to South Africa.
For everybody out there that's new to the Rugby Stars quiz, quickly run you through the rules. They do change actually every week, but we are not picking questions by shirt numbers in our usual way, really, because I think squad numbers in football have done for that these days. So it's 7 questions for both Jamie and Will on each of the sport. And there are 7 points, as normal, available for a correct answer with no help. That's a try and a conversion in our game of rugby. And as ever, there are those 3 options available, should they be required to get to the right answer. And that's our penalty goal, or today, perhaps, a hat-trick. The final round question will be on each other. Direct question on your opponent today, Will and Jamie. And if you get that right with no help, that's a 10-pointer. That's a full house of 10 points. And if you do need help for that one right at the end of the game, you will have 3 options and 5 points or 5 goals in the penalty shootout available at that stage of the game. Now, Jamie's won something already. He's won the toss and he's decided to go first. So, Jamie, your first question on rugby union is South African World Cup winning captain in Japan last year, Siya Kolisi, supports which Premier League team? Which football team does he support, Siya Kolisi?
Well, the options are definitely going to be Liverpool or Man United. So do I need the options? I'm only guessing anyway. I'm going to go with, the fact that you've asked me that, I'm going to go with Liverpool.
If they're all the answers to this quiz are Liverpool, and Jamie Carragher, I'm not having it.
Well,
Is it right?
I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're not. But, you know, I wanted to give you a sort of a tap in at the far post to start off
so
with. It is Liverpool. Right.
Yeah. So on that basis, the answer to my question is Harlequins.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
What? No tapping?
Here we go. It should be a tap-in, Will. Your first one. How many assists did Mario Balotelli record in his 70-game Premier League spell with Manchester City? So how many assists?
So this has to be a trick question, because Why Always Me was always about him, but his most famous assist was he beautifully laid it into Aguero's path, who then took another touch, who then roofed it. And you know why? Because I was behind the goal. My 8-year-old. And we went 1-0 up with Zabaleta. They bagged 2. The second goal was an absolute screamer. I had grown men crying in the aisles next to me.
What's this got to do with Balotelli's assists?
1.
Fair point, Jamie. 1. You've gone straight for it.
1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. His only assist for Manchester City was the Aguero goal.
One of the best days in Premier League history.
Ever. Best days ever.
Or the best. Oh, best day ever.
Ever.
Oh, I hope you don't say that in front of Alan Smith.
Best sporting day ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not better.
That's coming from a rugby man. Okay, we'll press on. You've both made an excellent start. You're both on the ball with a maximum of 7. It's 7 apiece as we go to the next question for Jamie, which is 2003 England World Cup winner Ben Kay. Born in Liverpool, massive Liverpool fan. In fact, Liverpool gnaws, really, isn't he? Well, that's all he talks about. But for which English Premiership rugby union club did Ben Kay play for many a year? And you have options.
You'll have to give me options.
Okay. Gloucester, Harlequins, Leicester Tigers.
I know Leicester was Martin Johnson's team, wasn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the best team, were they?
Yes.
So it was it can't be Gloucester, surely. It just doesn't sound right. Harlequins, I've heard of them. Did Ben Kay play in that team with Martin Johnson? Because Delalio played in the arrival to Martin Johnson's team. Who was Delalio play for?
Play for Wasps.
Wasps. Okay. I'm going to go Leicester.
Brilliant. Yeah, well
Was it right? Yeah.
They were a club
good.
combo,
I could just
international
picture
combo.
him a little bit in a kit. Do they have green hoops? Leicester green and a bit of red.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He's on the board there now. He's on the board. Yeah. Very sharp cookie, Ben Kay.
Well, he's playing a little bit of catch-up. Jamie's got a 10-7 lead. Your second question is, Champions League last season, Liverpool versus Barcelona. Semi-final second leg at Anfield, of course. The Reds scored 4 on the night to overturn Barca's 3-0 first leg lead. 2 were scored by Divock Origi. Who got the other 2?
I'll have to go with the give me out options.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Part of me's thinking a header again, Wymondham, but
Trent Alexander-Arnold, Sadio Mane.
Oh, I know. I think I know the answer now. Before you told me, go on, give me the option.
And Gini Wijnaldum.
Oh, it's got to be Mane. It's got to be Mane. It's got to be Mane. He's the king.
Okay, you lock that in, Jamie. Is he right?
Yeah. Gini Wijnaldum, wasn't he?
It was.
I said him earlier before you gave me the options.
Yeah.
And he scored that night. He scored a header the night that I took the kids to Anfield.
Yeah, but you didn't say it in that definite way, Will. I had to go.
No, fair enough.
There. Yeah,
fair enough.
Okay, let's crack on with Jamie's next one. Leading 10-7. Which northern football ground was rugby's Champions Cup final played last year? Which northern football ground was the Champions Cup final in rugby played last year?
I'll have to go to the options.
The options are St James's Park, Stadium of Light, Ellen Road.
So would it go as far north as the northeast, or would we have it in Leeds where it's not as far north?
What's your gut feeling? Where are you going?
I'm going to go with Leeds.
You're going to go with Leeds, final answer?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. St James's Park. Okay. Will, your next question is this. Back-to-back assists here. And we are back to assists, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Who came up with 2 of them for Wales in the Euro 2016 quarter-final win over Belgium, but then missed out on the semi-final against Portugal because he was suspended after picking up a yellow card in that quarter-final? So he came up with 2 assists.
I think I know this one.
But he got a yellow card and he missed out.
You're asking me about assists for a Welsh football team?
It was a very famous match.
Oh, yeah, no, massive. That was their big moment. And Coleman was the manager. Bale was the king. Now,
who missed out in the semi-final? Do you want the options?
I'll have to, because, I mean, go on. Okay. Part of me's thinking a double barrel name. I'll add it. Go on.
Aaron Ramsey, Ben Davis, Chris Gunter.
So let's go with, they must have gutted to have been missing Aaron Ramsey because he was so good. Ramsey.
Well, they were missing Ben Davis as well because he got a yellow card too. But Ramsey came up with the 2 assists and he was absolutely brilliant in the quarter-final.
So what are we back level now? 10-all?
Back level. As we approach half-time, it's 10 apiece.
Okay.
10 apiece. Okay, now you said that your rugby, Jamie, was maybe a little bit better knowledge a bit further back. So this is taking you back to 2007 and the Rugby World Cup final in Paris. England played
what a game.
South Africa. Right, 2007 World Cup final. Which England player had a try disallowed that night?
I haven't got a clue.
Could have made all the
that's Brian Ashton's team, isn't it?
It is.
It was my, interesting enough, was my nanny growing up. Lived 3 doors down. Lived 3 doors down.
Is there anything you haven't got a story for?
Like Bob Monkhouse, you throw it, I'll cross it. Done
it. Give me the options.
Mark Cueto, Mike Catt, Jason Robinson. The try that never was. Who
I'm going to go because
scored
I
it?
can imagine. I know Jason Robinson better than any of them in terms of as a player, and he's the one I imagine flying and trying to get a try. So I'm going to go for Jason Robinson.
It was from Sale Sharks. It was Mark Cueto who was tackled into touch by Danny Rousseau in the bottom right-hand corner. And was it or wasn't it? Mark Cueto will go to his grave saying he scored.
Yeah, okay. Mark Cueto, give me a chance, Jesus.
Mate, he's a northerner. He's always out and about.
You only just about know who Mark Cueto is, Will.
His nickname's Shady because I'm sure I caught him cheating at cards.
These questions are shady.
Right.
Hey, you weren't saying that when you were winning.
Yeah.
They get a bit shadier, I'm afraid, here for Will.
Right. All I've had is assists.
But you're going to get a goal now, right? And we're going back in time, which is what you wanted as well. I've got the old Forest retro shirt on today, there had to be a Forest question. And it's the cup final. I'm not going to go to the glory years when we won European Cups back to back. I'd like to remind Man City fans of that. But
they say Rome wasn't built in a day. I wasn't on that job.
1991 FA Cup final was a dark
Tottenham because it's got a 1 in the year. It's got Tottenham.
Lost to Spurs. Who got the deciding goal that day? Who got the deciding goal that day?
Options, please.
Okay. Paul Stewart.
Bradford City.
Gary Mabbutt. Des Walker.
You'll never beat Des Walker. You'll never beat Des Walker. Gary Mabbutt. Gary Mabbutt never went past the halfway line.
Paul Stewart, Gary Mabbutt, Des Walker.
Did Mabbutt score it from like some spawny free kick? No, I tell you what. Right? Because you want this, you like this question, Miles, because he played at Forest. You like this question because Des Walker scored and he was a Forest boy. What reaction from your face? Nothing. You're just so good. Des Walker at a corner.
It was Des Walker because there was no goal that decided that FA Cup final. He was still at Forest.
Oh, wait, I've got that.
We still love him. We still love him.
He thought it was the winner for Forest. He thought Forest won.
No, I thought Tottenham won, but I didn't know where he got to Des Walker.
He thought Des Walker had signed for Spurs.
Yeah, Des Walker. Got it. It doesn't matter how you get there. It's in the back of the net.
So, Will leads by 13 points to 10 at the start of the second half. It's Jamie's next question, which centres on football legends. It is a rugby question, though. Which football legend turned up at Twickenham to see Australia versus Argentina in the 2015 World Cup semi-final? Football legend turned up for that game. Australia-Argentina.
It must be, but I might as well get the options because I don't want to just say. I think the fact it's Argentina, it must be Maradona, surely. You're saying football legend, but come on, give me the options.
Options you have are Maradona, Pele, Beckenbauer.
Diego Maradona
is correct. 3 points.
That was an easy one, wasn't it?
Yeah, he went to a group game at Leicester as well, didn't he? So Maradona was at Filbert Street, not Filbert Street, but the new
Walker's Stadium as it was.
Oh, what is it?
Now. Yeah.
I took my wife, my now wife, on our first date to Filbert Street to watch Leicester City play Atletico Madrid. Right, you like this, right? And I'm row Z, back end of the stand. I'm next to this geezer who's in full kit with a ball. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you know how you go full kit with a ball. Half time, and we're all thinking, well, looking, trying to avoid him, going, what's going on with the lad in the full kit and the ball? Anyway, I go for a bovril at half time, come out, and the seat's empty. I'm going, where's he gone? Look down on the pitch, right? He's the world keepy-uppy champion. Right? He's going round the pitch. He does 12 minutes round the pitch, keeping it up. He comes back. He's a hero. You're a hero. After shunning him and not talking to him for the first time, I wanted his autograph.
What is Bradford City's nickname? Nice and simple. What is Bradford City's nickname?
I'll have to have the options, Miles.
Okay, straight to them with the Bantams, the Millers, the Bees.
13-all, pure guess. You've not had option B as an option, so therefore, by that process, you're finally going to give option B as the answer. And for some bizarre reason, it's Millers, which it shouldn't be because it doesn't begin with B.
I love your psychology, but it can go wrong. The Millers, they're Rotherham.
Right.
The Bees are Brentford. And the Bantams are City. Jamie nodding
back in the
away.
game. Have I got that drop goal now? We're back in the game.
Yeah, you are.
18-all.
Rubbish nickname, Bantams.
Yeah.
Which football club are London Irish going to share a ground with next season? Whenever it starts. Which football club are London Irish?
First club that's come to me head is QPR. Because for some reason I've got it in my head that they've been up, but the pitches were quite small. And QPR doesn't seem like it'd be big enough for rugby. London, could it be? I'll have to get the options, I think. Could it be Brentford? I don't know. Brentford are getting a new ground, aren't they? Is Brentford classed as... Go on, give me the options anyway.
The options are, I'm not sure they'll help, Fulham, QPR, Brentford. Fulham, QPR, Brentford.
I don't think it'd be Fulham because they could be in the Premier League next year. QPR is skint. They'll need the money for something like that. And I know Brentford, I'm sure, are getting a new ground.
This is tense now.
I'm going to go with Brentford because it's a new stadium. I think QPR's pitch might be too small.
Jamie, you just look about superbly.
Oh.
It is a new stadium. London Irish are moving to a new stadium.
Great.
And
you're right. QPR, we was played at QPR for 2 or 3 years when rugby first turned pro.
I remember rugby being there, yeah.
So dangerous. So dangerous. Literally got smashed in the touch and the metal barriers were 1 yard away.
That's what I was thinking. The pitch is small.
Great answer.
Yeah. Good man. 16-13. Jamie leads.
You're not moaning about the questions now, are you? Look at you.
No.
Now the questions are great. Bradford Bantams.
If I keep getting these right, because he looks like he's sat in a Graham Norton chair. You know, Graham Norton, where he just goes, yeah, see you later. You're going to go backwards at the end of this if you get beat.
Come on.
Your question, who is England's men's most capped footballer? England men's most capped footballer.
It has to be a goalkeeper. Go with gut instinct. Try and stretch the league. Go straight in with Peter Shilton. No point having options. Let's go for a 7-point. Let's gamble. Didums or bust.
You've nailed it. Peter Shilton. Yeah, Peter Shilton.
Did you not say outfield player?
No.
Oh.
No. Just Peter Shilton. What were my options that I didn't need?
Peter Shilton, Bobby Moore, Wayne Rooney were the options.
Oh, that hurts, J-Dog, doesn't it? 7
so
pointer.
is he 7 pointer? Yeah.
7 pointer, yeah, didn't need any help. He leads by 20 points to 16. Which scrum half had football trials with Liverpool? He went on to win 51 caps for England at rugby and also won the television show Dancing on Ice. Dancing on Ice, rugby player won it. Many moons ago, had a trial for Liverpool at football.
Okay, so when was Dancing on Ice? Can you give me the year of that?
He won it in 2007.
Was it 07?
07.
That's a nice clue.
Options?
Give me the options.
Yeah, okay. The options are Sean Perry, Kieran Bracken, Danny Kerr.
Good job I went for the options. Now, I've heard of Kieran Bracken. I haven't heard of... Danny Kerr I've heard of. I haven't heard of the first lad.
2007.
So what was the names again?
Perry, Bracken, Kerr. Sean Perry, Kieran Bracken, Danny Kerr.
It can't be Perry because I've never heard of it. If you actually give me a question that a player I've never heard of, I think that's out of order. So I've heard of Danny Kerr, I've heard of Kieran Bracken.
Mate, I got Wales assists.
I'm going to go with Danny Kerr.
Final answer?
No. I saw your expression. You looked even more like Alan Pardew. I'm just trying to think now. I'm going to go with Kieran Bracken.
Final answer?
Yes.
Right answer.
I'm having. Wait. Whoa. If he wins this, I want this rewound. He said Danny Kerr.
Final answer.
I checked if it was a final answer. We're going to the 2006 Men's World Cup final in Germany. Italy beat France on penalties.
He butted Materazzi. That's
the question already.
That's the question.
Well, I've got to think of another one now.
No. I'm just talking it through. I'm talking through. You can still win with a 10-point. Go with the question. I'm telling you what I know about that. Zidane, because he abused his sister. Bang, dropped him. Go on. Materazzi is my answer. I don't even want the question. I'm that good. Materazzi is my answer. Tell me I've got an answer without even hearing the question. Yes!
And tell me you will never mention it again. Please tell me.
Never. For your 10 points, name... You know, I've talked about one of them earlier, so I'm going to include that in. Name 2 of the 3 top-tier clubs I played for.
Harlequins.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3.
Yeah, you only need one more now.
Okay.
And I've mentioned one earlier, but way back earlier.
Was Harlequins not the one you mentioned? No.
No. Talking about my dad. I don't know if you'll remember what rugby club it was near Bootle.
It's only at the back of me.
Yeah.
Waterloo.
Yeah, the Drummer Boys.
Yeah, you played for Waterloo.
Yeah, I did 3 years. Yeah. One of the best pitches ever.
Will has asked a question of Jamie. Now, Jamie, ask a question of Will.
Something on my career, I will go with... I played over 700 games for Liverpool. What was it? 700 and what?
Good question.
I watched you on Monday Night Football. You were 17 years at Liverpool. This is Jamie Carragher in numbers, according to Will Greenwood. Tell me where I was. 17 years at Liverpool. You wore the shirt number 23. You had 38 England caps.
Yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure you didn't score a goal.
Yeah. You're not a stalker, are you?
No, Monday Night Football. You guys, do you realise how much? Do you realise how much you're actually on TV?
You know more about my career than me.
Every time, I know you got the record. You're the most European Cup capped player as well, and I think you might have got nearly 150 for him, which is just insane. You never. Here's the big one though. You won a lot of trophies, won Champions League, but no. You never won the Premier League title, or the Premiership as it used to be known as. You came into Liverpool.
A bit like City with the Champions League.
Yeah, we're still waiting. You won, and you've won some Super Cups.
I
also know you. Someone. I've seen this either on the Chaser or something quiz, and someone said the number of caps you got was something to do with a plane, like a Boeing, bang bang bang. So it's something like a 747. Or a 737. That was how I remember somewhere. 737.
He knows more about my career than me. I've been set up here.
Is it right?
Yeah, spot on.
I
knew you were a stalker.
I know. Your middle names are Lee and Duncan.
Yeah. You've been on Wikipedia all morning, haven't you?
But I knew we were going to play, so I thought I'll do some research.
Oh, honest to God. Well, listen, I'm going to hold my hand up there. That was absolutely smashed me out the park there with that one.
Thanks, guys. Hope you had some fun there. That was absolutely brilliant.